Step 3. Register your business. This step may be optional for you because you might already register a business, or your online business may not necessarily need you to register a business entity. For example, if you're just doing a freelancing business online, and as long as you're properly declaring your income in your tax filing, it should be okay, depending on your country. But it's better you check with your government or your lawyer. So let's look at what types of business entity that we could use to register our business. There are generally two types. There's the unlimited liability company and the limited liability ones. So what's unlimited liability? It means that the company has no limit in making you liable to the business, which means that you and your business are considered as one, which means that you need to assume all responsibility for all the debts and financial obligations or damages that is incurred by your company, which actually means that if someone's trying to sue you, that could go after not just your company's assets, but also your personal assets. Do I make any sense? The good thing about this is that it is the easiest business to register, like sole proprietorship, the simplest form of business in anywhere in the world. In some countries, you don't even have to go to the government to register it. In some countries, you have to. So sole proprietorship generally means that you are using your name to run a business. But sometimes you don't want to use your name, like what I suggested earlier on. So what you could do, you could actually register a business with a separate name, but register it as a sole proprietorship company. Or for example, in the US, you can register it as a DBA, doing business as different name than your personal name. We also have partnership. Partnership is when you have two or more people running a company. So these two persons are also liable for any financial or liability obligations incurred by the company. Again, if someone's trying to sue your company, they can also sue you for your personal assets. Then let's look at limited liability. So limited liability company is the opposite of unlimited, which means that if someone tries to sue your company, they could not go after the personal assets of its owners. The easiest to do is the limited liability partnership, LLP. One of the most common companies in the world is called LLC. Limited liability company, LLC, in the US, for example, or in some other countries, it is well known as private limited company, one of the most popular type of companies to incorporate. Then you have the C&S corporations. This is generally used in the US. It's almost similar to LLC. There are only difference in their way of taxation and management. And lastly, you have the public limited company, or PLC, or also known as publicly traded company. Now, we're not going to touch too much into this last type of company because, well, these companies are large and huge companies which are listed on the public stock markets. So those are the types of companies that you could register. Now, I will always advise you to register it according to your needs, but generally, people usually register their company as LLC or private limited company or LLP. Now, these two types of companies are the most recommended, are the most commonly registered for an online business. But if you want to have a simpler choice, you can always go for sole proprietorship, or if you have more than one person, you can go for partnership. The choice is up to you.